Welcome back, and I hate your host, my girl, Stacy.
Make sure we get you here. And one of the guys that will be performing for you, this is my new friend, Buckets. I think he's made of titanium. He's played 9 seasons with the Harlem Globetrotters. How did you get the name Buckets?
Well, from scoring baskets. You know, I can score baskets, and we have this new 4-point shot implemented into the game that's 35 feet away from the basket. So you'll see myself and some of my teammates get a chance to take that during the last 3 minutes of each quarter of our game.
Yes, we got a chance to see a little bit of that. If you all haven't checked out Pacers Crate, make sure you do that on Pacers Live, or excuse me, on Pacers.com right now. It is up and live. Chris Denary, along with Mark Boyle. Buckets was there, and of course Conrad Brunner. They're showing you a little bit of the 4-point shot. Now, when you think about the Harlem Globetrotters, so much history there. Describe what it's like. It must be such an honor to be part of that, because I'm going to tell you, Curly Neal has also been on our show.
Oh, yeah, it's a great honor. I actually have Curly Neal's phone number in my cell phone, and, you know, what a great person, great role model. He set the tone for all of us, and it just gives you the opportunity to give back, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody works so hard to get where they are these days. And, you know, I just feel like I'm giving back each and every day we play.
Absolutely. And I love all the barriers that have been broken. 8 women have played with the Harlem Globetrotters, and I actually wanted to learn a couple of things. So tell me some stuff you're teaching me right here. This was yesterday here at the field.
Oh, those are some signature Globetrotter passes, you know, off the elbow. That was pretty nice. All right, here goes another one.
Yep.
Off the back of the leg.
Yep.
Pop it out. There you go. Here you go, around the back.
Yep, I was having a little trouble with this one.
Behind the knee, there you go.
Just kick it, girl. Just kick it. I don't know why
There's a few signature passes.
I know,
you know,
right?
we do a lot of flashy things with the basketball.
Oh, that's a booty one.
Yeah, that's a booty pass.
Booty pass.
You
yes.
know, and each, good job, by the way.
Thank you.
So each new move ends with a nice pass.
I love it. I love it. And you got to play with good passes or you're not going to win any games, right? Again, here's how you can get tickets. They're starting as low as $20. For a $100 bill, you can bring your whole family and your favorite cousin. You can go to Conseco Fieldhouse Box Office. I'm kind of funny you didn't know that. I should be a Globetrotter with you. All Ticketmaster outlets, and also, of course, the Conseco Fieldhouse Box Office. Look at him go. Always with a basketball in his hand. Again, tell the folks how much fun they're going to have when they come out on January 15th.
Oh, you guys are going to have such great fun. You're going to see some world-renowned athletes slam dunk that basketball, catching amazing alley-oops, special shots, unique tricks with the basketball, and a lot of crowd participation.
I know, that's right. Yeah, the 4-point play. Don't forget about that one. The 4-point shot, 35 feet out. Chris, thank you so much. We love our fans at Indiana, and this gentleman, Bo Man, came all the way from Beijing, China, and a lot of folks didn't even know until we went to Beijing over a year ago that there was a following for the Indiana Pacers. You've been a fan since '94. Why did you latch on to the Pacers?
Mostly because of Reggie Miller. Yeah, you know, everybody loves Jordan, but I'm not. I don't want to follow everybody. I love the feeling of being enemy. So I've loved Reggie since 1994 till now. Yeah, you know.
That is so wonderful. Did you understand that? Because he does not want to have, you know, he wants to make sure he follows the right kind of guy. That's why he picked Reggie Miller. Now, a lot of fans didn't know that there was such a following in Beijing with the Indiana Pacers. Why is that so important to your country?
I mean, it's some kind of my belief. It supports me to moving on, you know. And Reggie, if you are watching this, I have a word for you. You have so many fans in China. They are diehard fans. We love you from our hearts. And we love being enemy with you, Reggie. I love you.
Oh, that's great. Much love to Reggie Miller all the way from Beijing. Thank you so much. Enjoy the game.
No problem.
Courtside seats. Loving it, Chris.
All right.
Loving
it.
Thank,
Thank you,
Bo.
man.
Thank you.
Oh, it is so great to see that. And, you know, the NBA game is loved so much in China, isn't it, Quinn?
Well, it really is. I mean, you talked about it moments ago. One of the reasons, I mean, this is a Reggie.
Welcome back to Conseco Fieldhouse, and for the benefit of those just joining us all the way from Beijing, we have Bo Man joining us again, and he told us earlier that he was a big fan of the Pacers since '94, and the reason for that is Reggie Miller. Well, Reggie Miller responded because he was watching this broadcast, still is, and he says thank you to you. He appreciates it so much that you have been a fan of his right here on Twitter. You are seeing this for the first time, and Reggie Miller, after you gave him a word and you're such a big fan of his, what do you say now to Reggie after this?
I don't know. I'm so excited, Reggie. Thank you. You are my idol. You are my power to going on. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Well,
keep on moving, okay?
What a special, special thing. I know this means a lot to Reggie Miller, and thank you so much for being.
It's mean a lot to me too. Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you so much.
Maya.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Hey guys, thank you so much. Hey coach, glad to have you out of the studio. You know, for the third consecutive week, the South Carolina State Bulldogs are trying to win on the road. After last week's win over conference foe Bethune, Coach Buddy Pugh said it was exhilarating. So coming in here to IU 1-1 is a big deal for this team. A couple other big deals for this team come in the form of a pair of former BCS players. You have seniors Dominique Ellis from NC State, the transfer, and also the transfer Christian Thompson from Auburn. These two guys combined for 19 tackles and 4 interceptions at key times to get that victory. Expect those guys to be forces on the field today. I spoke with both head coaches going into halftime, and for Virginia, I was told that his team, you know what, they have got to concentrate more on throwing the ball down the field more. That's what Coach London told me. He said he was pretty much happy with their defense. They did get a touchdown, but he wants the ball to go down the field even more. On the other side of things, Kevin Wilson told me that he is happy with his team's energy. He walked out with his team, made sure he was heard by them as well. He said right now it's about keeping their defense tight and putting more points on the board in the second half.
Stacy Paetz, great hustle on the sidelines to talk to both coaches. And it's funny that she mentioned the halftime speech because, John, you and I talked about it. I wonder what's going on in that Indiana locker room at halftime as we have a penalty on the field.
Yeah. We're talking a little Cubs versus Eagles tomorrow afternoon, but let's talk about your alma mater, the Iowa Hawkeyes. They played nearly perfectly last week. What did you see?
Exactly that. I mean, they did not make mistakes, and they put a lot of pressure on Michigan State, forcing them to make more mistakes, and it really was. I mean, I'm sure the coaches found something to, to get mad at and keep the kids focused, but, just from the outsider, it looked like it was about as flawless a game as possible. It was great to come back after that disappointing loss last week or the week before against Wisconsin.
Absolutely, and having played for Iowa, describe the importance of a game like this.
Oh, it's critical. I mean, that's what makes college sports and college football is so great, is that every game's so important, and you can't let one slip, and every game's a big game. It doesn't matter the team's record, where you're at, where you're playing, all that. There's no excuses. You got to come up every week and play your best, and so far, Iowa kids have stayed very focused, and the coaching staff has done a great job of getting them prepared, and they just go out and make plays every week.
Thanks for hanging with us. Enjoy the game.
Thank you very much.
All right, Tom.
Tonight he would continue that with 16 points on the night, 11 in the third quarter. Take a look at A.J. Price. This one was at the buzzer. He needed that. A.J.'s gone through his fair share of peaks and valleys, but that was a huge three. 9-point lead into the fourth. The Knicks coming back. Melo 3, cut it to 2. By the way, 6 threes tonight, matches his career best. Darren Collison on the move. Ball is lost. This one goes out. Chauncey Billups. Great pass finding Landry Fields. That would give them an advantage. Cut it to 1. Defended well by Danny Granger. Shot goes up by Carmelo Anthony. The 2 ball, and he smiled for a while after that shot goes up. Now, the last time they met in this building just under a month ago, that was the shot that helped seal the deal on March 15th. The Pacers able to get by with the victory. But tonight, same shot, same place. Melo's length too much for Danny Granger. And the Knicks go on to the victory here tonight. Mike Dunleavy and the Pacers obviously disappointed by the outcome, 110-109. Remember the last time y'all met in this building, it came down to a similar situation. Even Danny's shot was the same shot.
Same shot. He caught the ball up top, went right, which we tried to not let him do, but great players get to where they got to go. I thought Melo's length was a problem. He got a hand on the ball.
Looking at your team, quite different also from the last meeting. Defensively, you guys seem to have really turned a page.
Playing harder, we're competing on every play defensively. Not perfect every time, but as long as the effort's there, we're going to give ourselves a chance.
In what ways do things change with Amari unavailable?
In what?
What ways have things changed with Amari unavailable with his injury?
Well, it's giving other guys, Roney, Turioff, Shawnee, and Billy Walker, Jared, guys to play extended minutes and get comfortable out there playing extended minutes, and because you never know, we're going to need those guys in playoffs.
Talk about that too, because obviously D'Antoni does not like a long rotation. He likes to keep it tight, 7 to 8 guys. We saw a deeper rotation tonight, trying to find a combination that's comfortable. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, really guys, we're all really auditioning for minutes in the playoffs and for rotation time and stuff like that. So these games mean a lot to us, no matter what the position the outcome may be. In terms of how we're playing and who we're going to play, These games mean a lot.
Like the Pacers, the Knicks also breaking that drought of no postseason. Thanks, Chauncey.
Thank you. Good luck to you guys.
Thanks. Right back at you.
Okay, thank you.
Chris.
All right.
Fortunate enough to catch up with this guy who's usually way too hard to catch, Ed Carpenter from the IZOD IndyCar Series. When he's not racing, he's watching his Pacers and, of course, his Butler Bulldogs. But, Ed, let's first talk about, it was a limited season for you, limited schedule. What are some prospects?
Well, we did the 4 races this year. Wasn't sure if I was going to do that, and I was fortunate enough to get hooked up with the Fuzzy's Vodka people, and they got me back on track this year, and we're all working hard to do more next year.
And you're so much fun to watch, and you know, you talk to anybody in the circuit, if they can pick the nicest guy, you're going to be one of the people that they talk about. But I hear you're going to have some extra competition this season. Have you heard any rumors about that?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the series has been growing more female drivers, and I hear you had some laps out at the Speedway. I heard Roger Penske seeing what your contract is with the Pacers and try to buy it out to get you on track.
And I like the way he thinks. You know, I only went 130. All 3 laps, I had to pedal as far down as it would go. How fast do you average?
At Indianapolis, we get 230 going into turn 1, so you're only 100 miles an hour off.
Oh, I love it. Well, I would go 100 miles an hour faster, but they wouldn't let me. They said I could not go faster than 130. Let's talk a little basketball. When you're watching these Pacers, how encouraged are you, being from Indianapolis, following basketball as closely as you and your beautiful wife Heather do? Describe to us what you're seeing with this team.
Yeah, I mean, I've been coming to games, you know, all the way back to Market Square Arena, so it's fun to see some enthusiasm coming back into the team and some young guys, you know, finally feel like we're getting ready to turn a corner.
Well, thank you for your support, and everyone, make sure you always support Ed Carpenter in that IZOD IndyCar Series. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Enjoy the game. So much. Yes, Terrell Owens in the house made the short trip over from Cincy and did not practice today because his knee's been bothering him, something he fussed with last week too, but I'm here to tell you he will be playing against the Browns this week. First of all, let's talk about when the season's not going the way you wanted it to be. A lot of people are looking at the Bengals and everything they brought in this season not going your way. How do you get through that mentally?
Well, I think number one is just pride, and you know, I have a job to do. Honestly, you know, this is something that I'm dedicated to do. You know, I've been playing this game for 15 years. I've been playing hard. I've been playing it the way I have since I stepped in '96 as a rookie. And you know, I just try to lead by example. You know, I know it's been a dismal year for us, being 2-11 at the present time. But you know, I can't give up. I can't show the guys that, you know, I've given up on the season. Even though we know it's at a loss, you just got to try to find a way to finish the season strong.
A lot of people may not know that you're also a pretty good basketball player too, and I know you spent some time this summer in LA. You actually played with guys like Brandon Jennings and also Pacers' Danny Granger. What did he teach you?
You know, it's all competition. You know, when I step on the floor, especially because the facility that we played at is Hacks out in LA, it was mostly for a lot of the NBA guys, and so they don't just let anybody come in and play. So I know that I have to bring my game, and some of those guys is kind of like, you know, what are you doing in here? But, you know, once I get in, I get a feel. They play NBA rules and things of that nature, so I know how to play the game, and so it's all good.
It's all good indeed. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the game.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Stacy. Terrell Owens.